So far, we've uncovered signs that your cat might not be as emotionally connected to you as you think. But don't worry, this doesn't mean it's too late to rebuild the bond. In the second part of this article, we'll explore more subtle signs of emotional distance and dive into ways you can deepen your connection with your feline friend. Let's continue and discover how you can strengthen that trust. 1. They run away or hide when you approach. Have you ever noticed that when you walk towards your cat, they suddenly dart away or disappear under the furniture? If your cat consistently runs or hides when you approach, it's a strong indicator that they don't feel entirely comfortable in your presence. While some cats are naturally more independent and enjoy their alone time, frequent avoidance isn't just about needing space, it often reflects a deeper emotional distance. In a bond built on trust, a cat will typically remain calm or even greet you when you move closer. They may stay seated, stretch out lazily, or show curiosity about your movements. But if your cat consistently retreats to another room or hides when you approach, it could suggest that they see you as unpredictable or even threatening. This behavior might stem from past negative experiences, whether with you or someone else, or it could indicate that they simply don't feel emotionally safe around you. This kind of avoidance is a defensive response. If your cat chooses to run or hide rather than stay close, it signals that they don't yet associate you with safety or comfort. While occasional moments of withdrawal are normal, constant avoidance suggests that there is work to be done in rebuilding trust and helping your cat feel secure in your presence. 2. Their tail. Language around you is negative. A cat's tail is a powerful tool for communication. It can reveal a lot about how a cat is feeling in any given moment. When a cat is content and emotionally connected to you, their tail often stands upright, gently curved or swaying, signaling curiosity, contentment, and emotional ease. However, if your cat consistently shows negative tail behaviors like twitching, flicking, or even puffing up when you're around, it's a clear sign that they may not feel entirely comfortable in your presence. For example, a rapidly flicking tail often signals agitation or overstimulation, while a low or tucked tail can indicate fear or submission. A puffed tail, on the other hand, shows alarm and defensiveness. Your cat may be feeling threatened or insecure. If these negative tail signals occur when you approach, interact, or even just walk by, it suggests that your cat is experiencing emotional tension around you. 3. They avoid being picked up or touched. Every cat has their own comfort level with physical contact, and not all cats enjoy being picked up or held. However, there's a big difference between a cat that simply doesn't like to be held and one that actively avoids any form of touch or closeness. If your cat consistently tenses up, tries to escape growls, or flicks their tail when you attempt to pet or pick them up, it's a sign that they don't feel emotionally safe or bonded with you. Affectionate cats usually enjoy or at least tolerate being touched. They might rub against your legs, nudge your hand, or curl up beside you. But if your cat actively avoids physical interaction or reacts with stress or irritation when you try to pet them, it could reflect emotional distance. This behavior might suggest that your cat doesn't feel secure or connected enough to engage in physical affection. 4. They stare at you without blinking. It can feel intense when your cat locks eyes with you and just doesn't blink. At first, it might seem like curiosity or even admiration. But in the language of cats, that kind of stare carries a very different meaning, and it's not always a positive one. When a cat holds an unblinking gaze, especially with a stiff body, slightly pulled back ears, or a twitching tail, it's often a sign of tension or unease. In the feline world, prolonged eye contact is used to assess situations, establish dominance, or stay alert to potential threats. It's not about connection, it's about caution. A relaxed, bonded cat will usually soften their gaze or offer a slow blink signaling trust. But when that softness is missing and the stare feels sharp or fixed, it can point to emotional distance. Your cat may not feel fully safe or comfortable in that moment. Understanding this subtle cue can make a big difference. Instead of staring back, try softening your expression or slowly blinking to reassure them. Over time, these small responses can help turn tension into trust and replace that cold stare with something much warmer. 5. They avoid eye contact. In the feline world, eye contact is not just a casual glance, it's a meaningful form of communication. When a cat feels emotionally connected to someone, they'll often make soft, relaxed eye contact, often accompanied by a slow blink. This is their way of showing trust, affection, and a sense of safety. But what happens if your cat consistently avoids making eye contact with you? If your cat seems to actively avoid looking at you, especially during calm or affectionate moments, it's not just because they're shy or independent. In fact, persistent avoidance of eye contact can be a subtle sign of emotional distance. Cats typically avoid direct eye contact with those they don't fully trust. So when your cat refuses to meet your eyes, it could indicate that they don't feel comfortable or emotionally secure with you. 6. They never initiate physical contact. One of the most genuine signs of affection from a cat is when they initiate physical contact. Whether it's rubbing against your legs, curling up on your lap, or nudging your hand for attention, these actions show that your cat feels emotionally connected to you. It's a clear sign that they trust you and are seeking out closeness. But what happens when your cat never takes the initiative to touch you? If your cat consistently avoids leaning into your touch or keeps physical distance, even in calm, peaceful settings, it could be a sign that they're emotionally disengaged. While some cats are naturally more independent and less inclined to initiate physical contact, a total lack of interaction is a subtle but powerful indicator of emotional distance. 7. They don't follow you from room to room. One of the most subtle but powerful signs of affection in cats is their tendency to follow you from room to room. It's not about being needy, it's about companionship. When a cat feels emotionally connected to their human, they often want to stay near them simply because they enjoy your presence. Whether it's lounging beside you while you work, sitting in the hallway as you move from room to room, or watching you from a distance, this quiet, shadowing behavior indicates trust and comfort. So what does it mean if your cat doesn't follow you? If they rarely check in or seem uninterested in where you are, it could suggest that they don't feel deeply bonded with you. Cats who are emotionally attached will naturally include you in their daily rhythm, even if they don't seek constant physical contact. When a cat avoids following you or doesn't show curiosity about your whereabouts, it's a subtle sign of emotional distance. This behavior is easy to overlook, but it's important to recognize. In a relationship built on trust and affection, a cat that follows you around is silently saying, "I'm comfortable with you and I want to be close." If your cat doesn't engage in this behavior, it could indicate that they haven't fully opened up to you yet, and it's a sign that deeper emotional work may be needed to strengthen the bond. 8. Your cat rarely purrs around you. Purring is one of the most recognizable and soothing sounds a cat can make. It's often associated with comfort, relaxation, and emotional safety. When your cat purrs, especially in your presence, it's usually a sign that they feel secure and happy. But what if your cat rarely purrs when you're around, especially during calm or affectionate moments? This could be a subtle yet significant indicator of emotional distance. Cats typically reserve their genuine purring for interactions where they feel safe and content. If your cat only purrs when they're alone near strangers or during other moments of comfort that don't involve you, it could mean they don't fully associate your presence with relaxation or emotional security. A cat that purrs around you is saying, "I trust you," but if this sound is missing, it could signal that the bond between you and your cat isn't as strong as it could be. Understanding your cat's behavior is key to building a deeper bond. While they may not always show affection in ways we expect, their subtle signs can reveal a lot about their emotional state. If you notice any of the signs mentioned, don't panic. This doesn't mean your cat doesn't love you. With patience, understanding, and respect for their boundaries, you can nurture trust and create a stronger, more connected relationship with your feline friend.